What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. So today we're really just going to talk about whether or not the crypto market is about to become bullish for 2023 or whether that's going to happen in 2024. We know that we should be having a bull market coming inside of crypto sometime around the Bitcoin halving, right? And we already know that's kind of going into 2024. So, that kind of puts us on a weird path of some people thinking us that we're going to be bullish in 2023. Some people are like, no, not even 2023 or 2024. Me personally, I think going into 2024, like right at the end of 2023, going into 2024, I think that's going to be where our bull market is, and we're going to talk about why. But anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, definitely leave a comment in the comment section and check out my other channel, Marsellis Travels, if you want to see my travels out here in Brazil. So let's talk about this. So anyways, over here you can see this article from Yahoo Finance. They said Bitcoin could easily rally to $160,000, and this is what a crypto analyst is saying. So it's not just some random person; it is a crypto analyst saying that it could rally to $160,000. Now the big question is, when do they predict that it could rally to 160,000? I think the next bull run could easily bring us to 100,000. 160,000 is like really like overstepping it. I don't know if we can get all the way up there to the next bull run, but I really am looking for 100,000. But let's read why they think 160,000. So they said, here's how soon it may happen. So, anyways, the analyst that they're talking about is this guy, Dave the Wave. That's his analyst name, I guess. But, anyways, he predicted the Bitcoin price collapse, which took place in 2022. So, he predicted the collapse to happen in 2022. And now they're saying that he's anticipating a massive surge for the Apex crypto based on his growth curve, LGC. The analyst predicts that Bitcoin could ascend to 160,000 by 2025. That's a lot of money by 2025, right? That's a huge amount by 2025. Now, like I said, 2024, I definitely can see 100K Bitcoin. Now, 2025, that is definitely possible. But anyways, let's keep reading. Let's keep going. He said he went on Twitter to share this. So this is pretty much his analysis that he did right here. We're going to go ahead and look at that. So this is the Dave the Wave guy that they call him, Dave the Wave. That's a funny name. But anyways, he said over here, on the basis of the LGC, which has stood the test of time for 4 years, Bitcoin could easily do a 10x over the next couple of years. And this is his little analysis that he's done here. So if you look at it, it kind of does look like he's onto something, right? I want to put this into a separate page here so then we can zoom in. All right, so now that we can zoom in here, just look at the path that we were at this whole time with Bitcoin. So from 2011, right, all the way down here, the price, 12 cents, 5 cents around there, really low prices of Bitcoin, right? But then we get around to 2017, right? Bitcoin just starts taking off, like $1,200. Over here, 2017 is saying like $120, and it just goes up, and up, right? And then eventually where we are now. So where we are now with Bitcoin is down at 16K, and that's where he has it here. You can also see he has a Fibonacci retracement for this area here. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit more so then we can see it even closer. So you can see down here, this is where the 16K point is, and we're right there. So from what he's saying, we have already bottomed out. And if you look at it, it has been going on this same curve at LGC that he's been talking about. Now, if we already bottomed out, I've been predicting a 10K Bitcoin. That's what I've been seeing. I'm really strong on that 10K Bitcoin. But this is what he's saying. So let's go over here and look at my Bitcoin, little Bitcoin analysis that I did. So I like to say 10K Bitcoin, and that's because I look at the 1 week chart and I use my technical indicators on the 1 week chart. And it's showing our supply and demand has more demand once it gets all the way down here to 10K. Now, remind you, 10K is all the way at the bottom here. So this is the 10K level at the bottom. But then we have up here 14K. So I typically say 10 to 14K could be our bottom. Now, it is possible that we don't get all the way down to that support where we have more demand and we just start to go up. But I'm seeing here on the oscillator, there's already a selling wave forming up. We're going to be going a little bit lower than 16. That's just what I think personally. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice at all. But this is what they're showing. Now, anyways, if we go all the way down to here, The next level for 10K, like over here, you can see 12K. That's going to bring you all the way over here. We're like right below this Fibonacci retracement level here. And then this is the 12K level. But then if you look at 10K, it would be right below it. And that's probably the 61.80% level that they have here, 61.80% level. And that's probably somewhere where the 10K level is. Now, the problem with this is if it does go down below that, then that means his 160K analysis, maybe it might be a little bit off. But if you look back here, it went below this curve that he has here. It went below this curve and it went all the way down to this 100% area. So that 100% area was right around Bitcoin, around like $200 Bitcoin, right? And that was way back here, 2015 going into 2016, around that area there. And it actually dropped down below it very briefly. So I believe if we do drop down below, just like how I did back here, it dropped down below it very briefly, going into 2021 from 2020, it dropped down it very briefly and it went down below that 78.60% area, almost down to that 100% area, right? So it kind of looks like if this happens, we could drop out of it very briefly and go down to the 61.80% area here. So if we do that and drop down it briefly, then that 10K support is definitely possible. So that's my analysis there for the 10K support. I still believe that we could hit that 10 to 14K. But if we hit 10 to 14K, it's going to be very brief. It could be like a day we hit it, or like 2 days, and then boom, never seeing it again, and then just going straight on the uptrend from there. So that's a possibility of what could happen. Now, typically, after we get these sell-offs, we always almost have the same thing. Like you can even see back here, sold off, immediately started the rally. And then you can see here, sold off, immediately started the rally, sold off, immediately started the rally, but then had a pullback and then started the rally again. Now we're selling off, and once we hit that support around 14 to 10K, it could be an immediate rally, or it could be like how we had in 2019 going into 2020, where we had a rally and then we had that immediate pullback and then another rally. And I think that would probably be what it's going to be, because look, we're going into 2023. Our Bitcoin halving is coming going into 2024. So I believe what we're going to see is a little bit of a rally in 2023, right? And then having a pullback mid 2023, and then having maybe another rally from there. So I think that could be possibly what we're going to have. But anyways, let's keep reading this article to see what exactly they're talking about. So they said the LGC model continues to track the Bitcoin's price action despite the gloom and doom surrounding the crypto markets. And he adds that the model's baseline will continue to act as support, just as the top of the LGC served as resistance during the last bull market. So down here, he says, so far the base of the Bitcoin LGC has proven to be the best support of price. So the increasing real correction of the cycles 23 to 38%, 50% is implicit in the chart from a year back. And that's pretty much what he's saying in the good old days. Yeah, we already know that, like $200 Bitcoin, 10-cent Bitcoin, the good old days. Those days will never happen again. But anyways, perhaps the answer to life, the universe, and everything is not 42, but 38. That's what he's saying here. So let's bring this into another tab like we did to the other one, and let's zoom. Okay, yeah, we already have it zoomed in. All right, so here is the curve that he's talking about here, and it kind of looks the same as the other one, but we have something a little bit different. So if you scroll over here, he actually had this set at the 50K Bitcoin. So he was tracking this way back, like before we even had a rally, before 2022 even came into play. So he was tracking this all the way up here until the peak. So we had that resistance level here, and that was all the way up here around the 60K area, so 60K, 66K. So we had all the way up there our resistance, right? And then that's where we got rejected and we started to go down below there. So in theory, our support lines should still be the same, right? So in theory, if you look around here, we still have the same level, 14 to 10K Bitcoin. So this is pretty interesting to see, but it kind of looks like we're gonna have like maybe a 14K Bitcoin, but he believes 16K is like the bottom. He believes it's like the support. He believes it's the bottom. But I know I'm a little bit, biased against that being the bottom. I don't 100% think that 50K Bitcoin is going to be, or I mean that 16K Bitcoin is going to be the bottom. I think it could go a little bit lower. But anyways, he said the previous bubble is effectively popped. Pretty much 16K is going to be his bottom. So down here, you can see he said at the time of writing, Bitcoin was trading at 16K, down about 1% in the last 7 days. But he still believes that 16K Bitcoin is probably our bottom area. Now, We also have some other things that's pretty much helping us inside of the crypto market. So over here, you can see crypto makes history in 2022. So there's a lot of different countries that have recognized crypto as a digital asset. So 5 instances of governments embracing digital assets. So in Brazil, that's where I'm at right now, and that's the first pick. It says 2021 might have been a year of mass adoption in Brazil, but it was 2022 when the country finally got its own regulatory framework. So I've been here in Brazil for 3 months, and when I ask people about Brazil, I will say, when I ask people about Bitcoin and crypto, I will say a lot of them they know nothing about crypto, and when I ask them, they usually think it's a scam, a Ponzi scheme, and they don't want anything to do with it. I know 2 people inside of Brazil that are actually like into crypto and that actually like it. But I don't know many people, and I haven't met many people that like it. Maybe I need to talk to a few more people to see, what they think about it and what their thoughts are about it. But most people that I ask about it, they don't want anything to do with it. I was talking to this one woman, and she said, "So you're into the risky stuff?" I was like, "Yeah, I invest in crypto and stock market." So she was like, "So you're into risky, unpredictable markets?" People don't really, dive too deeply into crypto in certain regions. I think though inside of Sao Paulo, which is where I'm at, more people are into crypto in here since it's the financial center of Brazil and it's the financial center of South America. So more people in Sao Paulo are actually into crypto. But let's keep going over this. So they said before leaving his office, Jair Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, signed a bill legalizing the use of crypto as a payment method within the country. So now it's legal. And he said the bill doesn't make cryptocurrency a legal tender like in El Salvador, but it still introduces the legal definition of digital currencies and establishes a licensing regime for virtual assets. So this is pretty good. In the United Kingdom, they started doing some stuff with crypto. El Salvador, obviously, it's a legal tender over there now, and you can see Central African Republic. Now they also have some stuff going out over there. And as you can see over here, it said in April, the 5 million populated Central African Republic became the first nation on the continent to legalize the use of cryptocurrencies in the financial markets. So they legalized it over there inside of the Central African Republic. So that's pretty interesting. And then the United Arab Emirates, anything on the financial spectrum, they're always going to be like on it. Like the UAE, they're probably one of the best places to live right now in the world. Let's be honest. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, like that area, just the whole UAE is probably the best area to be right now, especially because you're not paying any taxes, like any income taxes, none of that, unless your business is now incorporated inside of UAE, which is a new tax law that they're making. But if your business isn't incorporated in the UAE and you're not like solely operating in the UAE, you got an online business, you're not paying any taxes over there. So this is another crypto safe haven. So anyways, I'll probably make a video over there, but I know you have to have like some kind of permit to actually film videos in the UAE, like in the public. So that would be difficult. But anyways, this is pretty interesting though. But yeah, like I said, I still think that the bottom hasn't came for Bitcoin, but a lot of people think that the bottom has came. But who knows? We'll see. But I definitely think going into 2024, we should have a nice bull run. But as of right now, I still think there's going to be pain inside 2023. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Check out the link in the description for my other channel, Marsellis Travels, if you want to see my travels out here inside of Brazil. And as always, I'll be back with another video.